हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए and click the bell icon for the latest updates from Sugar Medias.
The session is called Let's Talk Mental Health, और how important it is to talk about mental health. नहीं, पिछले कुछ दिनों में एक बहुत ही दुखद, कुछ दिनों पहले बहुत ही दुखद घटना हुई. हमारे एक बहुत पॉपुलर फिल्म एक्टर सुशांत सिंह राजपूत ने खुदकुशी की, और उस इंसिडेंट की वजह से मेंटल हेल्थ, डिप्रेशन को लेकर एक कॉन्वर्सेशन फिर से शुरू हो गया सोसाइटी में. पर मुझे लगता है कि मोर देन दैट, पिछले कुछ महीनों से जब से लॉकडाउन शुरू हुआ है ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, स्पेशली इंडिया, एक अजीब सा माहौल बना हुआ है. अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ फियर, एंजाइटी एंड स्ट्रेस. स्पेशली अगर हम बात करें जो फ्रीलांस आर्टिस्ट या फ्रीलांसर कम्युनिटी है, वॉइस आर्टिस्ट हों या एक्टर्स हों या किसी भी तरह के परफॉर्मर्स हों, फ्रीलांस आर्टिस्ट्स को तो दोहरी मार पड़ी है. एक तरफ तो पूरी एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री एक तरीके से स्टैंड स्टिल पे आ गई है, दूसरी तरफ पीपल्स इनकम्स हैव टेकन अ ह्यूज हिट. सो कहने का मतलब ये है कि पिछले 3-4 महीने में दुनिया पूरी बदल गई है, जिंदगी बदल गई है लोगों की, और ऐसे में सबसे पहला जो आघात होता है, सबसे पहली जो मार पड़ती है, वो होती है हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ पर आपको नहीं लगता कि इस बारे में हम ज्यादातर बातें नहीं करते हैं? आई मीन, वी डोंट इवन टॉक अबाउट इट. सो लेट्स टॉक शायद नाम इसीलिए रखा है हमने क्योंकि मेंटल हेल्थ एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जिस पर कॉन्वर्सेशन यानी बातें शुरू होनी चाहिए, जिसको उसी तरह ट्रीट करना चाहिए जिस तरह से हम हमारी जिंदगी के बाकी पहलुओं को ट्रीट करते हैं. माय नेक्स्ट पैनलिस्ट और माय नेक्स्ट गेस्ट is another very accomplished professional voice talent, and a lifestyle writer. So everyone, again, this charming lady here is Binaifar Mirza.
Thank you.
He is a very accomplished voice artist and a lifestyle writer. Someone who has been a part of the industry for a good amount of time now. Last year, for the first ever India Voice Fest Awards, she also won an award for as the best voice actor for an audiobook, if I'm not wrong. Right, Binaifar?
Corporate AV.
Corporate AV, I'm so sorry. So,
it's right here.
Lovely. So, Binaifar, thank you so much for joining us. And could you just move a little to your right? A little to your right?
Okay. Directionally challenged.
This looks good. This is beautiful.
This is good. Yeah.
This is lovely.
Thank you.
Great. So we have Sanket has joined us. Sanket Matre has joined us, and Vaishali Chatterjee says hi, Binaifar.
Hello, Vaishali. Hello.
Zainab says hi, and lovely. Soni Thakkar is here, Indu Kapoor Tandon, and a lot of others. So thank you everyone for being here. Binaifar, so we started off on a great note with Prachi, and she's an absolute sweetheart when it comes to like Guludi rightly said, bringing sunshine into everyone's lives.
Yes.
Binaifar, you've been very vocal about mental health, as a subject. I've been reading a lot of your conversations on social media, and I also understand that you've had your own run-in with issues concerning the mind, like all of us, just that you've been very forthright. You've been very forthright about mentioning that, like someone had the flu, I had something with the head, and I got that sorted. So I think it's it's so cool. But my first question to you, Binaifar, is: do you think mental health as a topic is taboo? Is it still taboo, or are things changing? What's your take on that?
So first of all, Darpan, thank you so much for doing this. Like we were speaking the other day, to begin with, I feel that we're discussing so much about hardware and software and the technicalities of different things in the voice industry. But I think the most crucial software that you need to deal with, and that's going to be there with you forever, is going to be your emotional and mental health. So, and that's across industries, that's across professions. Now, definitely, I think mental health in itself is a very, very, very big taboo. So, when you just speak about the word, or when you just say the word mental, it has such a negative connotation to it, pagal hai. mand hai, mental hai, kind of a thing. So I think there's a huge, huge taboo to kind of, speak about it, discuss it, and which is why people are not very forthright about it because they have the fear, because social acceptance is a very, very big thing. You see, like, so many of us have a huge life, huge presence on social media. How many of us are really kind of stating or sharing the lows that we are going through?
Mm-hmm.
Just because we are constantly fearing that, oh my God, what is he or she going to say if I'm going to really share my real state of mind? So just to be accepted, we don't want to kind of, speak about any of the issues, which is fine. But we go the other extreme and fake it, which is really, really sad. And there's like this constant competition that who's traveling more. And I mean, you and I should not be saying it because we love to travel. But,
No,
but
I
uh,
know
you
what you're
know,
saying. What you're saying is that especially social media, we
exactly.
all want to, we all want to put out the most glamorous or side of our life,
The
even if
best
it's
side.
imaginary, or the best side, or everyone wants to showcase the
Yeah.
best life, because on social
Yeah.
media, on Facebook, everyone has the most gorgeous looking wife or the most handsome husband. Everyone has the best house. Everyone has the
Yeah.
the smartest
Yeah.
child, and everyone travels to the best places in the world. But,
Absolutely.
but, but,
Absolutely.
but that's it's sometimes it's a fake world that we're creating, and we're not being forthright about being candid about
Yes.
sometimes our failures, our insecurities, or our normalness as people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think with regards to mental health, one thing is that it is a huge taboo. The second thing I really feel the issue with mental health or mental health wellness, so to say, in India is that it comes at a very, very big price. So I absolutely promote and endorse the fact that if you are facing an issue, like you mentioned earlier, if I'm having a cough and cold, I am going to go to a doctor, I am going to go to a general practitioner. So why
Mm.
would I not go to an expert in mental health care if I'm having some mental or emotional health issues?
Right.
But apart from the taboo bit, I think what is really a problem is that mental health is very expensive in India.
Mhm.
So, I have to deal with probably my state of joblessness or probably this really bad relationship I am in, and I'm not doing that well in work. So, my problem B is that I have a huge counselor bill that I have to pay. So, to get rid of problem A, I am creating problem B. You get what I'm trying to say. So,
Absolutely,
this
absolutely.
is why I really, really feel the way it is in many other parts of the world. I think mental health, we need to have some associations, organizations, helplines that really kind of help or give mental health, help
Mhm.
um, at affordable rates, at maybe just absolutely complimentary or free as well, because
Mhm.
that is when people are going to really come out. I mean, just imagine in this current situation where the biggest reason for depression is unemployment. How am I going to kind of connect with someone? And the reason I stress on a counselor or a professional help is because
Mhm.
it's great to have a good support system. Most of us are blessed with great support system in the form of family, in the form of friends, work colleagues, and stuff. But at times, you end up getting a very prejudiced or biased opinion on certain aspects, which is not what a therapist is going to tell you.
Yeah,
He or
the
she is
therapist
going
will
to
not judge you, basically. Yeah.
not judge you, and they're going to probably tell you at times the ugliest bits of yourself, and at times how to really, really accept yourself. I mean, it can range in like different directions and stuff,
Right.
but the point is that it's going to be, they're trained to do so.
Mhm.
So which
Mhm.
is why I completely endorse taking professional help, but I really wish that it came at a lesser cost or maybe no cost, especially for those few who really cannot afford it.
Yeah.
you know
Mhm.
so that is my entire thing, because no issue is too big or too small. What may seem very small to you may be a very big issue for me. And what happens when you're discussing these things with people in your personal life is you often tend to either begrudge it, or you tend to make it really bigger than what it is. So sometimes you don't want empathy and sympathy, but at times you don't want negative words as well. So either extreme may not always
Mhm.
work.
I know, and invariably, what we get is sympathy instead of empathy. So And like Machu was saying sometime back, that as long as you create a nice strong social fabric, a social fabric around you, that they play the role of your counselors. But like you rightly said, that sometimes people can be very judgmental, and
Absolutely.
they tend to offer sympathy instead of empathizing with you, which
Mm.
makes a difference. So I think even in this, don't you think that awareness and again, awareness about the fact that mental health is as normal as a matter as your physical health. Just like you
Absolutely.
rightly said, just like you go to the doctor for a flu, you go to a doctor because you're not feeling at it. It is again a certain chemical imbalance. So like you have a
Absolutely.
bacterial infection. uh, so similarly, why don't people look at it that way? Why
Exactly.
do we always have a stigma attached to it? Like you rightly said, like you said in the beginning, that we tend to use words like mental is equal to pagal. Jabki
Yeah.
mental health is just
I
like
know.
physical.
I
It's
know. Yeah.
than
Absolutely.
how important it is. So
Absolutely.
therefore, you mentioned, I've read, you mentioned that you've had a run in, you've had your own experience, of dealing
Absolutely.
with depression and anxiety, and you are not the only one. There are millions of us. I think 1 out of 3 people, if not two, is many a times in a state of depression, anxiety, panic. Just that very few of us look at it as a condition that needs remedy. You were brave enough to do that. So why don't you take us through that journey, if you do not mind?
Sure. Absolutely. So, first of all, I think, Darpan, the word depression is used very loosely at times. At
Mhm.
times, it may not be as extreme as depression, but it may be a state of lull or state of, being sad, and sadness is not equal to depression. So, way
Absolutely.
back in 2014, when I was going through my own personal struggle in a personal relationship and stuff and all, is when I started counseling. And let me tell you one thing about counseling. As much as I promote it, one of my dear friends always says that, finding a good counselor is going on multiple dates. You'll go on multiple dates, meet multiple men, and then you'll strike gold, maybe, I don't know which number of times. So you could encounter maybe a couple of counselors who may not work out for you. And that's just about it. But don't kind of give up on this entire search for finding the person who works for you. So
Mhm.
that is when, in 2014, is when I started, counseling and stuff for my personal life issues and everything. And it really, really helped me. Sometimes they help you deal with, they give you these dealing mechanisms. Like the way Prachi, correctly shared about the 68-second thing. I think one of the things that really helps me, which my counselor had suggested, was that, if you are really spiraling, and your thought is going more and more intense, just get up physically from a particular place and go for a walk. Go make tea, go settle your bed, go watch something. Sometimes you need to physically get up from a particular place and do another thing, just because you'll get busy. Okay, I know that I have to make tea or whatever. So that is a trick that's really helped me. So I continued counseling for a couple of years and stuff and all, and then there was a break. And let me tell you one thing, I feel like COVID or no COVID, the industry that we are in is very uncertain. There are going to be a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and the lows pinch and hurt you even more when you've experienced the highs. So 2017, 18, mid 2019 were fabulous years for me, work wise. 2019, mid to around March 2020 were bad, really, really bad. I would say from December to March 2020 were really bad, slow periods work wise. So, right from being someone who did like 4 recordings in a particular day, it came down to maybe 10 sessions in a month. It became that slow, and which
Mhm.
is when I was like, oh my god, this is really not happening, and I really, really need to kind of get help for this, because I really started questioning my worth. I was like, do I not sound good? Am I not professional enough? Am I rude? What is it? And which is when I went back to my counselor after a year or two, and I kind of sought help from her, which really, really helped me. And
Mhm.
yeah, and miraculously, since the lockdown, work has been really good. So for me, things have been the other way around. Because as you and Prachi were correctly discussing, that you need to really upgrade yourself and update yourself. And so I got a home recording mic, and that's how I was like, I'm technologically challenged. I cannot really use technology, but I learned Audacity and like so many things. And I was like, no, if I have to survive in the industry in this current situation is very, very uncertain. So that's the reason you have to kind of make any situation turn the poison into medicine, so to say. you know so that is how. So a lot of things, the tips and tricks that my counselor suggested, plus my own mental health. And of course, I think when anybody decides to become a freelancer or an artist, please remember one thing, that it's a very, very uncertain industry. Okay, you're constantly walking on eggshells, on the edge. It's a lot more than the glitz and glamour that most of the people think comes with it. Does, maybe it does, but that's a very small part of the bigger deal. The bigger deal is all these things that, like right from you know like sometimes we survive on 2 and 3 hours of sleep. So right from like lesser sleep to uncertain work to payment stress, there's so much that we go through. कम काम होगा तो टेंशन है कि कम काम है, बहुत काम है तो टेंशन है कि पैसे नहीं आ रहे हैं, काम तो किया है लेकिन पैसे नहीं आ रहे हैं. So you're constantly like, what is going on, kind of a thing. So which is why it's very, very important to kind of just stay in check. And I really feel that don't take any success to your head and don't take any failure to your heart beyond a point, because that is when you can play. Sorry.
Yeah, that's sorry, please. That's a lovely way to summarize
Yeah.
it. Look at it. That
Yeah.
do
You
not
need to play the balancing act.
yeah.
You absolutely need to play the balancing act. Yeah.
Is that how you handle your own insecurities about work? What I feel is, as voiceover artists,
Hmm.
freelance performers, this is
Hmm.
one of the main areas of concern, which really gets us, which really hits us hard in the mind,
Hmm.
is losing out, because all of us, many of us are vying for a particular job, and there are auditions, and not everyone gets through. Obviously not everyone can get through, because there will always be only one person selected for one particular job and one particular character. So how do you deal with those, if I may call, rejections? All of us go through that.
Yeah. So, Darpan, can I tell you a little secret? I think we artists and creative people are inherently rather insecure people.
Mhm.
And when I use the word insecure, I don't use it in a negative way always. Some insecurity can even be healthy. If I have that slight bit of insecurity, I am not going to be complacent. I'm going to really not be too arrogant that,
Mhm.
oh, it's okay if I don't kind of, answer this call, or if I don't kind of go for this audition or whatever. So I am always inspired by you when you say that every assignment is like the first assignment or the last assignment. So we
Mhm.
need to approach that. Rejections, they hurt. Sometimes they hurt me a lot more when I started out than what they do right now. But
Mhm.
I think you just need to take it in your stride. And, like right now, I know this sounds very philosophical and spiritual, but right now, the way I think is that I think if I don't get a project, I hope somebody who's more deserving or probably more needy than me gets the project. That is how I'm looking at it in the current situation. But of course, sometimes it really hurts when you listen to the final output, which is voiced by someone else, and you're like, damn, I could have done this better. I'm going to be very honest with you about it. But you just can't, because the moment you start sulking in that one rejection, you are going to approach every other work that's going to come your way with that kind of, low sunk mindset. So you've not only lost a particular project, but you're even jeopardizing what may come your way. So that is how I have dealt with it. And yeah, that's kind of, helped me to not kind of get too attached, because as much as I love the mic and I love what I do, I think it's very, very important for every artist to remember that this is a very important part, but not the only part of their life. Okay, so there are personal relationships, there are personal hobbies and stuff that you can definitely explore and spend time doing and stuff and all, and which are great distractions also. So engage in all those things when you're going through this lull, when you're going through this downtime, and probably just hone your skills further.
Yeah.
So like if my problem area is my technical knowledge, then just kind of work on that. Because today I'll tell you the other thing is that because we have so many different avenues and platforms like Facebook video, Instagram video, blah blah blah. So if you're not getting work, you can create work for yourself. And I've seen a lot of new aspiring artists who are constantly creating work for themselves, so which is very, very nice that, you can just kind of, create a nice, maybe like audio or maybe like an audio video of like reading some nice poem or something like that and just upload it. And you never know who may kind of watch it and give you a chance professionally. So, because the thing is that I really believe that the times when work is slow or less are those moments and those periods when you can really practice your skills. Because once you stop practicing your skills, so you practice your skill either when you're doing work or you just kind of sit at home and practice your skills. If you're doing neither, you are really, really kind of losing your touch with your craft. So you can definitely develop your skills by yourself, also sitting at your home. And a lot
Right.
of it is free. Most of it is free.
Absolutely. So while it doesn't seem like a very, very obvious connection, but mental health, especially for a performing artist, freelancer rather, is so dependent on so many factors, or good mental health or strong mental health is nothing but a manifestation of everything about you and how you look at situations and how well you adapt, how well you change.
Absolutely. Yes,
And like
absolutely.
you rightly said, how much you do not take things to heart. Even something like facing rejections, because every one of us every day is losing out to some of the other work that we wish we could have done. So
Yes.
it is so important to become thick-skinned here, and not to take it to heart that अरे मैंने तो 10 बार ऑडिशन दिया, 10 बार आपको सैंपल भेजे, आपने तो एक बार भी अप्रूव नहीं किया. To realize that there are so many players in this game, or there are so many. It's a cycle which
Mhm.
involves so many people, so many stakeholders, and do not
Mhm.
make yourself feel so important that the world doesn't really revolve around us.
Yeah.
For that matter. And take things with a pinch of salt. Laugh a
Yeah.
lot.
Always.
Develop a good social fabric, because I remember I noticed that Kunal Pradhan had asked a question sometime back that voice artists work in isolation, and now all the more because we are living in this lockdown, time,
Mm.
and where each one of us, almost all of us, are recording from our home setups.
Yes.
So all the more we are not even with the director or the engineer rather. So it
Yes.
can become you can feel isolated, you can feel alone and lonely. So I think it is a good idea to have a network in terms of using the virtual network to be in
Yes.
touch with colleagues, or with even something like this, something like what we are doing right now. The whole idea of,
Absolutely.
when I thought of starting these sessions a month and a half back, the whole idea was that in these times, let's do something that takes away the feeling of being isolated, and every week, once or twice, we have something like this where many of us congregate, come together, even if it's virtually, and have a
Yes.
conversation like we are having. So although it's just a
Absolutely.
few of us talking here, there are hundreds out there who are watching us, who are interacting with us, and that makes it very interactive. And suddenly you start feeling a sense of community. So
Yes.
that sense of
Absolutely.
community also helps you in strengthening your own mental health as a
Hmm.
professional. And you start realizing that you don't really need to brood as much as you do. You don't really need to, feel that doomsday is about to arrive, and things will pass. And
Yes.
just try to not live in isolation. क्योंकि कितना भी
Absolutely.
कह लें, कितनी भी टेक्नोलॉजी आ जाए, man is a social animal, and you need.
Absolutely. Absolutely there with you.
आई थिंक अगर
Yeah.
हम उतना भी करें, क्योंकि पिछले कुछ दिनों में भी जो हादसे हुए हैं, we had a couple of such very sad incidents which again raised questions on mental health, on being lonely. हम लोग कहते हैं, like there was a WhatsApp thing going on that Sushant Singh Rajput had almost 10 million followers on Insta, and he took his life because somewhere he felt lonely. So sometimes we need to realize that kitna bhi social media ho jaye, a real contact or a real connect, one good friend is worth
Yes.
more than a 1 lakh, followers.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
try to
You
have
know,
that.
like Darpan, I really feel you could be lonely in a room full of people, and
Absolutely,
sometimes you could be happy with just one person next to you. We
absolutely.
really need to realize the importance of quality versus quantity. You know, this entire WhatsApp, forward that you're
Mm,
speaking about, like, I really have an opinion about it that I think even you and I would be having a lot of friends or maybe a
mhm,
few
mhm,
followers
mhm,
on our social media. Let's be honest, we don't know all of them. This guy had it in millions. You and I maybe have it in hundreds. You may be having it in thousands also. Do you know all of them? Are you going to reach out to each of them and be like, okay, you know what, I'm in a very depressed state of mind, if
mhm.
you ever were? So I
Correct.
think, we're forwarding things so loosely, and I think we need to be really, really responsible and prudent about what we are saying, what we are doing. I think even as artists, I think the one responsibility that we have, and you are a veteran, I'm slightly experienced, so I really feel that when the newer artists, the aspiring artists are kind of, maybe sending us a Facebook message or a LinkedIn message or whatever, asking us about, how they could get into the industry or how they could probably train themselves. I think it's very important for us to just spend 10 minutes having that, virtual or telephone conversation with such people, because you never know how that one ray of hope is going to really, really just kind of completely illuminate someone's
I
life.
couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Kyunki
Yeah,
it's important to not be in your ivory tower and be. It doesn't cost anything to be nice to people. As simple as that. Just be
exactly.
respectful, be nice, be respectful, be kind, and
Exactly.
not that they're asking for anything from you. And if they do,
Exactly.
it's your prerogative whether you want to give it to them or not. But
Absolutely.
patient listening or patient hearing or
Absolutely. Like when I was setting up my mic at home, there was like a couple of artists I kind of, called and stuff, and they were so helpful. They were really, really helpful. So you can just live in your own little shell and be like, you know what, I'm not going to help this person. But that's not going to really, like, जैसे प्राची ने बोला कि जितना बांटो उतना ही बढ़ता है, sort of a
absolutely.
thing. And knowledge and experience and all is just one of those things that the more you share, the more you gain.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I think that if you do not kind of share these bits, that is when you're really insecure. That for me is insecurity, because you always remember the human brain is not a computer with limited amount of GBs or limited amount of capacity. Even if a particular idea is stolen, it's a human brain. You can create new ideas.
Correct. Correct.
So don't be so insecure and so closed about sharing stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So one way of ensuring rich mental health is to keep working on yourself as an
Absolutely.
artist, as a performer. Do not succumb to insecurities.
Never.
Be more confident about yourself. Have a even if it's a very small set of people, even if it's one person or two people or your family, make sure that you have real people as a part of your
Absolutely.
life. Automatically,
Absolutely.
these things will act as nourishment for your mind and ensure that you have a very well oiled mind and splendid mental health for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
And like we
Absolutely.
said some time back, that look at failures as nothing more than speed breakers, and
Absolutely. Absolutely.
these things can be done. These things, many of us do this. These things can be done, and just that you
Mm.
need to do it. So
I
uh,
think the minute you kind of start giving words like failures, insecurity, like a positive connotation, a positive translation or meaning, you're
mhm.
automatically kind of having that shift in your heart and head.
Correct. Absolutely, absolutely. Benefer, great. It's been a wonderful
Thank you so much.
it's been such a delight listening to you
Pleasure is
talk about all
entirely mine.
aspects of mental health and how we can look at you know evolving and keeping ourselves in shape mentally. We have lovely comments. Archana Menon says that she agrees with our take on response to rejections, because as a voice artist, you need to work on your minds along with your craft. Sony Thakkar says the roller coaster, ride analogy is great because maintaining one's balance and confidence is essential. Abhishek says a fantastic initiative. I'm sure this discussion will surely help many deal with life much
Yes.
better and in a fruitful way. Indu Kapoor Tandon says, good to hear, but doesn't happen that way. I agree with you, Indu, that life is not fair and not everything is hunky dory. And a lot of things that we're discussing sound idealistic, but then, the only thing we have in life is hope. For every, one person for every 10 people that you meet who do not live up to your expectations, there will always be another 5 or maybe 20 who far exceed that. So always keep hope that it's a beautiful world out there, and this is a very precious gift that you have, which is called life. Make the most of it. You have an opportunity
Yeah.
every day. Look at every day as an opportunity to work
Yes.
on yourself. And like we've been talking, do not get disheartened with obstacles. Keep working on yourself.
And do not compare yourself or your life with anyone else's.
Oh, yes, indeed, indeed. Do not
I'm
compare
sorry to
yourself.
cut you short.
Not a great habit, yeah.
Yeah.
Jasmine Driver says, thank you, Darpan and team, for this lovely session. Thank you, Jasmine. And thank you, Binay, for it has been an
Thank you
absolute
so
pleasure.
much,
Thank
Darpan.
you for joining
Thank you.
us. And
Looking forward to meeting you at the other side.
absolutely. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
All right, all right.